asked me to tell you, Ochitibwa, that you arrange all the chiefs of Uganda, prepare them so that you can have an interaction with them when they are ready. Lead them to him. The coordinator engineer Sewava and I stand ready to be good messengers when that composition of the team of leaders is ready to meet His Excellency the President. We shall relay the message to him, and then he will be given the appointment and the venue of that meeting. In so doing, His Excellency the President will like to directly participate in this dialogue. The second point is that Ochitibwa, His Excellency the President asked me to also announce that after he meets the chiefs of Uganda, he will again appoint another special day where he will meet all the cultural leaders of Uganda at the level of kings, all the kings or cultural leaders of institutions across the country, to discuss the future of our country, to discuss how to take further the vision of NRM, and to discuss how to work together as leaders for the betterment of all the people of Uganda. Ochitibwa, those are the points that he asked me to mention in this meeting. All the communication that has come from Ochitibwa, we shall relay to His Excellency the President, reminding him about the fight against corruption and the public transport in our country, specifically here in the city or other cities also, to avoid congestion, make it comfortable for any other person to use public transport. For the issue of the issues which Ochitibwa was saying on Ochitibwa was talked of some issues like the library, the local language as a medium of instruction or even teaching them in schools, the curriculum, and those other issues. All of them will be in the report which we shall submit to His Excellency the President. I thank you for giving me the name Namakula. I accept the name. It's a very good name, and my friend, you should start calling me by that name. We have met already in many ceremonies with Ochitibwa, his deputies, even the ministers, and many other people who are here. So this is just a continuation of our other meetings which we have been having. We have decided to do this one in a formal way. And as Ochitibwa said, I would wish to be coming here again on another occasion. As Namakula, in my culture, the ceremony of naming. So maybe that next occasion will be now the ceremony of naming. So thank you once again, Ochitibwa, for the warm welcome. We shall be good messengers. We shall return the messages which have said here the way they have been said. And we are looking forward to working with the Buganda Kingdom and all the leaders of the Buganda Kingdom harmoniously.
We are very eager to work with the central government on the different programs that directly affect the people of Buganda. as Your Excellency may be aware, the Kingdom of Uganda is very cosmopolitan. Everybody from Uganda is here. So when services are extended to the people in Uganda, every other Ugandan is a beneficiary. For example, in the area of health, we already work with the government to fight HIV. There is a presidential initiative in the fight against HIV, and we work very closely with the Uganda Youth Commission. We work with the Ministry of Health in campaigns against malaria, against malnutrition, public hygiene, so many of them. And we should strengthen them. In the area of education, as you know, the Kabaka has educational institutions and a very robust education program within the kingdom. And we are very grateful to His Excellency the President that he granted us a charter the other year. And Mutesa, the first Royal University. And before then, he donated a bus. And the President also promised actually to build us a library. And that commitment is yet to be effectuated. But we're looking upon its effectuation soon. So we can collaborate in many areas. I remember during the Mushega Commission on Education, they came here. And we gave our views on the education curriculum for the country. We are of the view that what is taught in schools should include history of the different regions of Uganda. It's very, very important that somebody from Lango knows about Nyapiri and those people, they should know about it. The kings in Uganda are not myth. They existed. They should know about them. And in other areas, we also gave the view that local languages should be taught. Here in Uganda, in the West, Nyachitara, in Luo. It is very important because most people think their original thoughts are in their local languages. And it's very important for them to think critically when they understand the indigenous languages. We also advocated for the teaching of agriculture and animal husbandry because 70% of Ugandans are involved in the agrarian economy, and we also advocated for the teaching of ICT. Up to all levels, those subjects should be up to all levels. So we can collaborate there. We can collaborate in agriculture. I'm sure everybody knows how deeply we are involved in agriculture. Honorable Kasoro has acres of coffee, and I'm very happy that he took up that initiative. I mean, when the leaders get involved in an exercise undertaken by the ordinary people, it is some kind of inspiration. And we could also collaborate in areas of financial inclusion and literacy. The SACCOs are very rampant in the kingdom. CPOs, PEOSA SACCOs are the strongest probably in the country. And this helps our people with financial inclusion and literacy. We can collaborate there. And last Saturday, during the presidential address, he talked about protecting the environment. We already have a collaboration with the Ministry of Water and Environment in areas of protecting the environment. We are also collaborating with NEMA. It's extremely important to preserve the resources and beauty of this country when we protect the environment jealously. And we look forward to working with government in these areas, among others, to ensure that the people, especially the ordinary people, benefit. As Your Excellency may be aware, Kabaka has an all-round reach within the kingdom, right from the villages. The chiefs, the Batongoli, the Benduka, Abamakongola, Abamasaza, and including us. So when government comes up with a program, let's say in agriculture or environment, and we collaborate and we want this message to trickle down to the last man in the village, we can effectively do that. The special envoy mentioned the capacity of the Kabaka to mobilize the people. As Your Excellency may be aware, the Kabaka has mobilized the people very effectively in the area of fighting HIV. I think he has mobilized the entire country actually. So that capacity can be applied to these different areas for the good, not only of the kingdom, but of the country. The President, in his first inaugural address for this term, pledged to fight corruption. He has repeated this many times. I'm sure he has addressed you on this issue. Even when you went to Jankwanzi, he brought it up. The country is bleeding because of corruption. Government programs are disabled by the corrupt. And because of corruption, you get incompetent people in positions where they shouldn't be. They cannot effectively supervise the work under their jurisdiction. And Uganda loses billions of shillings. And that retards progress when we get shoddy work or when people steal public funds. Here in Buganda, my colleagues and I are very, very tough on matters of transparency. Here in the kingdom, if we catch you stealing a pen, your hand is going to be broken. We punish the people who do not abide by the regulations that are in place for good governance and effective administration, especially the corrupt. And you deal with corruption when you start with the big people who are stealing our resources. That's what the country needs to see. Catch them, punish them, make them repay what they've stolen. The small people will not do it. That is something which I would like to share with the delegation from the President, because I've had the President talk about it. Help him fight corruption, effectively, so that everybody benefits. If roads, today I saw a headline in the New Vision, the road from PG to Busega, costs rise every day. The reason should be established why these costs are rising. If it's corruption, the corrupt should be punished. If it's because of inefficiency of some officer, that the inefficient officer should be got rid of. This is a matter of national importance, and we feel that we should share it with Your Excellency. Your Excellency is with regard to public transport, especially in urban areas of Uganda, starting with the capital city of Kampala. Billions of shillings are lost every day because of the gridlocks on our roads and everywhere. I'm sure many investors are scared to invest here because of the gridlocks you experience in almost every direction of the city. You can't get into the city, you can't get out of the city, you can't go to the suburbs, you can't get out of the suburbs. People take 3, 4, 5 hours to get to their homes. They burn hundreds and hundreds of liters of fuel. This, it is a wound, it's a raw wound as far as economic progress is concerned. And I believe the President and yourselves can find a solution to this problem. It isn't one of those very big problems if we really want to solve it. Public transport within the urban centers. But even when you go to the smaller towns, there is a very big problem with public transportation. A minister should be able to travel by public means from his or her residence to her office. It happens in many other countries. For as long as the public transport system is efficient, a minister can travel from his or her home to her office. Honorable Nabakoba could come from Mitiana if they had a train. From Mitiana to Kampala every day, taking 20 minutes from Mitiana to Kampala every day. It's possible. That is something that needs to be prioritized if we are going to experience the transfer